Over the last 4 years, the Democrats have had supermajorities in the state Senate and the state House, and they've controlled the governorship. During that time, in the process of destroying New Hampshire's economy and trying to become the party of dictatorship and stomping all over our traditions, they've actually introduced certain traditions that I understand have been honored for scores, if not hundreds of years. What are some of those things that they've done that have never been done before?
Well, you don't want to get too far into talking about inside baseball, but in ways they have been very disruptive. There's a tradition in our House of allowing the minority party to issue minority reports in legislation. We're against legislation. We get to express in the House calendar the reasons for our opposition. They've suppressed that. They've out and out just refused to publish certain reports. One of them, as a matter of fact, was mine. The deputy speaker said to me, "We're not going to publish it because we don't agree." They've edited to the point of substantive changes other members' reports. That in one area is the way they have. Again, you don't have to get too far into inside baseball, but it will affect members when they choose who they're going to elect as speaker. They have come up with a concept of what they call, it was almost absurd. If there's precedent that they can find in the past for doing something, even though it's a violation of the rules, they get to do it. And then they're turned around and say, if there's no precedent that forbids them to do something, then they get to do it. And so this has gone so far as after there's an affirmative vote, the final vote on the bill, they've come up with a concept that there's no precedent saying we couldn't vote it again.
What about using?
They'll vote it again.
What about using taking state departments that charge fees? And in the past, the fees have always been only enough to support the department, and now they're turning them into big profit centers.
Then that's the way they've tried to come up with enough money to cover the 25% increases in fee in spending over the last 25 years. There's reforms that we need. And one of the reforms we need is we have a committee called, it goes by the acronym GOP. It's Joint Legislative Committee on Administrative Regulations. That committee is set up to review administrative regulations that come forward. It doesn't have the authority to prevent those regulations from taking place. One of the things we have to do, and we have to put it into statute, and it will be a goal, and it's an important goal of my speakership, is to require regulations to be approved by the legislature before they come into effect. They're laws, and bureaucrats shouldn't be imposing laws on us that the people's representatives haven't voted on.
You're saying that the elected representatives, the House of Representatives, is going to be able to save the people of New Hampshire from uncontrolled bureaucracy.
That'll probably be the net effect.
I like that. I like that.